A beginning for every story. Once upon a time, there was a boy, not a man, but a boy. He straddled a mortal life under the gods of the universe. He wandered and wandered for years, centuries, or maybe too long to even count. He searched for a purpose just like everybody else. Nothing special. But what is special about this story isn't the fact that the boy wasn't special. It was what he had become. One day, in the midst of mindless wandering, an entity offered the boy something. The entity said, "Boy, you, out of everyone in the world, has been confused the longest, and you have lived the longest. So I offer you a chance." The boy had never read or heard of this entity's existence in his entire life, not through books, not through rumors. He had only known of one God, and that is the guardian of this universe, the Maker. Begging to escape his never-ending spin of puzzles and pointless roaming, he took what the entity called a chance. Then he went insane. Many people can go insane too, but this boy's transformation into insanity was terrifying. No one had ever gone as crazy as he did. He was every mentally broken living organism in the universe multiplied by 100 times. Reality couldn't handle the sheer method his brain was functioning. It was destroyed beyond any way anyone could ever think of. In the result of this tragedy, spikes grew out of his back. He even became a distorted version of the Maker himself. The entity had played him like a puppet, literally a puppet. All living organisms and non-living things just didn't matter to him anymore. He ignored them to the point where he couldn't even see them, and he refused that they even existed. He trampled the galaxies. He destroyed hope and will. He, without even knowing anything, drove the universe into an utter stir of chaos. So much chaos that one unrelated individual thought it was the universe that he had arrived from. The Maker did the only thing he could. He walked up calmly to the boy, who was in his rampage. He said, "Boy, I have a place for you. A place for you to be happy." The Maker was lying, but the boy trusted him. The Maker was the only organism that the boy still believed existed. The boy entered the Maker's embrace, and the Maker locked him into a newly created space in his brain and thoughts. The white space, where everything the Maker has seen and considered horrible, foul, every single adjective used to describe the horrors that his sight beheld, the Maker would push it to the white space. This was to make sure that the terrible scenes the Maker had seen wouldn't disturb his efficiency to protect the universe. The boy every once in a while would feast on these visions, only further declining his reality-damaging insanity even more. And every once in a while, the Maker would come to see him. But he couldn't do anything in the white space, nor affect anything. Eventually, the Maker would have to let him out. He would be way stronger, and his potential of destruction would be more devastating than the time before he entered the white space. but the Maker would make sure that this force would be used for something else. When the time comes and the bells ring, and when the rift from another omniverse opens, the Maker will make sure that whatever comes true would face the boy himself. The boy's name was Ruppet.